guys, so today's video is going to be my first ever anti-haul. I don't think I've ever done one of these, but like honestly I'm not sure right now. I have done will I buy it though, and that's just like letting you know will I or won't I buy it. But this is an anti-haul. It's like stuff that I'm like, nah, get away from me because I just really don't want you. So I've created like a list of some products that I'm just like really not interested in at all over the like last month or so. But anyway, before I get into this video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, let's get into this anti-haul. So the first thing in my anti-haul is actually a little bit shocking. I am just like really not interested in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. I really love Amrezy. I love ABH. It's like literally one of my favorite brands. The eyeshadows, like the quality is like literally up there. One of my favorite eyeshadow formulas in the world, except for like Jeffree Star, for example. I like the fact that it comes with, I believe, 2 extra shadows as well, like in comparison to the other palettes, but the color story is just really boring to me. There's only a few pops of color. I just wish that ABH would come out with like some really fun pastel or even like vibrant neon palettes. I know that Norvina palettes have a little bit more color than what we're used to, but they're just so expensive and I'm just like, I don't know if I can spend that money. I honestly, a lot of these are eyeshadow palettes in my anti-haul and I'm just like kind of over eyeshadow palettes at this point. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I just want to get through and I'm like, this year is the year of saving money and I don't want to spend a lot of money. And although ABH is like literally one of the best formulas out there, I'm just like super not into that. I love the Amrezy highlighter. I don't know about the other collabs. Maybe that was like before I really got into makeup. The eyeshadow palette itself is pretty and I like that it's like a neutral enough that you can use every day, but to me it's just not worth spending my money on. I'm just like really not that into it. The second thing in my anti-haul is Kylie's Valentine's Day collection. I believe it's like the Stormy collection because it's, I think her daughter's birthday is around this time of year, so I think she called it the Stormy collection, but I believe it is the Valentine's Day collection. I'm just over Kylie Cosmetics. When she first came out, I literally bought everything like as it launched, and then she just came out with way too many collections, and then I started seeing like some repeat shades and I just like really wasn't into that whole thing. I just think that Kylie Cosmetics is a more bougie version of ColourPop in the sense that it's made in the same lab, probably using the same ingredients, and she just bumps up the price because she's Kylie Jenner and she can, and that makes me a little bit upset. I know a lot of people that are like literally obsessed with her, but I'm like really not into it. I'm not gonna lie to you though, the palette looks really pretty and I'm super into it. The color story is literally totally my vibe. I love like mauves and purples, but I'm over it, to be honest. I have so many palettes, like I said. The third thing in my anti-haul is the Kathleen Lights collaboration with BOXYCHARM, and that was honestly a little bit of a shock to me that it was gonna be that, and I know this came out a while ago. I'm trying to find it on Trendwood's page right now. As soon as I heard Kathleen Lights was coming out with a collaboration with BOXYCHARM, I was like, yes, because her hair is so pretty. I was like, oh, it's gonna be this awesome hair product or whatever, but I'm just like, what it is an essential oils kit, in case you didn't know, and I'm just like, wow, BOXYCHARM is like a hair care brand. Like, I'm very confused as to why they're coming out with essential oils in collaboration with Kathleen. Like, it's just very weird to me. I was just not into it at all, as I love essential oils as much as the next person, but I mean, I'm not gonna go out and spend that kind of money. I believe they're roller balls. You put them on your pressure points and it helps. I love Kathleen. I support her a lot. We're Cuban, we're from Miami, we're like the same person, and like I wish we could be friends, to be honest. This collaboration was just like not up my alley at all, and I'm just like, no. The next thing in my anti-haul is the new Juvia's Place mini palettes. So there are 4, I believe, new palettes, and they have different color stories, and they come with 6 shades each, and they're $13.99 each or $52 for the bundle. I just think that although I love Juvia's Place shadows a lot, like why would I want the mini palettes? Yes, they're great for travel, especially the neutral one. Like I totally understand it, but I just wish that they would come out with a big palette with all of those shades in it. Like if they did a 24 shade palette, I would be super into that, and I'm pretty sure they have one. Do they have one? I feel like their palettes are all really small. I haven't bought a Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette in a very long time. It could be why I'm just like so against this. I'm tired of the monochromatic situation. ColourPop's doing it too. I don't have any ColourPop on this anti-haul, but just know that ColourPop, I love ColourPop so much. One of my favorite affordable brands out there for sure, but I'm tired of the monochromatic. I'm tired of the release every single week. I'm tired of the same eyeshadow palette over and over again. They need to come out with something new, something different for me to be actually interested in buying it. The only one I'm actually interested in, and this is the only thing that I'm going to talk about that I'm actually interested in, is the Mint to Be palette, because mint is like one of my favorite colors. I love that eyeshadow palette. I still haven't bought it. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I just do this thing, if I'm going to buy something and I have it in my cart for a few days before I actually purchase it, and if like at the end of a few days I'm like, yeah, I still want it, then I buy it. But if I have to talk myself like into buying it, I just don't end up buying it. Best way to save money, by the way. I highly recommend everyone does that. Just keep it in your cart for a few days. If after a few days you want it, then purchase it. But yeah, these Juvia's Place palettes, they just don't do anything for me. I'm just like, I love the Juvia's Place formula, another really great affordable brand. I have a few of their palettes. I haven't bought a new palette from them in a long time because nothing's really impressed me, and this is like really low on my list of like, I am just really not impressed with this at all. The 4 palettes, they have like 2 neutral ones, the nudes, the chocolates, those are the neutral ones, and they have the violets and the berries. I'm assuming they're gonna probably come out with more like greens, blues, etc., because I mean, why wouldn't you? But the monochromatic situation just needs to stop. Just stop it, okay? The 5th thing in my anti-haul is the new Natasha Denona Valentine's Day collection. I've never owned a Natasha Denona like full-size palette. I do have one of the mini palettes, and I think it came out 2 years ago. It was like a winter edition, and it had like a red, a really nice like pastel blue shimmer shade. It was really pretty. I love it. My husband got it for me for Christmas. Like, that was totally unexpected. I had never owned Natasha Denona shadows, and I was just so excited. But this palette, I believe Midas Cosmetics is coming out with something so identical. I've never tried Midas, but I would rather try that brand, which is an indie brand, over Natasha Denona, which is really overpriced. I don't think I will ever purchase myself a Natasha Denona palette because I just can't justify spending that money. It's $65, but it has 15 shades. I think this is one of the smaller palettes, or are they all like this? I really don't pay attention to Natasha Denona because it is so unbelievably overpriced, and although this, like, again, I love the mauves, I love the purples, this eyeshadow palette is right up my alley. I just cannot justify spending that amount of money. They also have a face cheek palette, which is $55. $55 for a cheek palette. Natasha Denona, what is it made out of? Gold? Like, I don't understand. So I believe there is one cream. Yeah, there's a glow cream base, and it's like a red coral. There's a super glow, which is a shimmery rose gold pigment. Then there's 2 highlights, and I mean, it looks really pretty. The packaging, like, look at that packaging. It is so pretty. Not something that I would spend my money on. I believe people are comparing it. Let me look it up. So the Midas Cosmetics, the Smoky Glow palette, it is $36, and it comes with a lot more shades, but it has the same like color story. A lot of people are comparing the two. I've never tried Midas Cosmetics eyeshadows, but again, I would rather put my money to support an indie brand versus a higher end brand like Natasha Denona, especially because it's cheaper to support the indie brand than the high end brand. The next thing in my anti-haul is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. I love Dominique Cosmetics so much. The eyeshadow formula is amazing. I loved that we got the little mini in BOXYCHARM a couple months ago. It was like one of the best BOXYCHARMs I've ever had in my life, and it was great. I love the formula, but the Latte 2 palette is just so boring to me. I just don't really want to spend that money on a palette that, first of all, is very similar to the Latte palette, which I already own. I love the Latte palette. It was my every single day palette for a very long time. I have it in storage. I don't have it with me, so I can't show you. Here's a picture of the original Latte palette, and here's a picture of the Latte 2 palette. They're just too similar, in my opinion, to justify buying the Latte 2 palette, even though I love the formula so much, and I really want to support her because I love Kristen Dominique. I've met her before, and she is such a sweetheart. She is so nice and so beautiful in person. The only shade in that palette that really calls my attention is Matcha, which is the like aqua shade. I just can't justify buying a whole palette just for that one shade. The next thing in my anti-haul is the new Norvina mini palette. To be honest, the mini palettes are a really good idea. I really like, I have all the Huda mini palettes. I love it. I think it's a great idea. I like the fact that the pans are the same size. It just comes in a much more condensed form. I also wish that she would name it something like cherry, or like, it looks like a cherry to me. It has pictures of cherry on the packaging, like maybe the cherry palette or something, the cherry mini. I don't know. This is my favorite one out of all the 3. So definitely the other 2 are like, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, what do you guys think about the minis? I like the idea of the minis because, I mean, I do want the big size palettes, but I think they're really overpriced, and I'm not, I mean, they're not overpriced for the quality, but I'm just not gonna spend that money on 3 palettes. I just didn't like that they came out with them so one right after the other. It was almost super rushed. There was a lot of rumors that maybe ABH was being sold and that kind of thing, and I was gonna get really sad because I just love ABH. This palette, honestly, the color story calls to me more than the other ones, and to be honest, one day I might buy it if I feel like it. It is $29, so it's not that bad. You get 9 shadows for $29, and they're full-size shadows, I believe, just like the Huda ones. I don't know, we'll see, I guess. I might end up purchasing this one. I'm like talking myself into it kind of. When I get the money, maybe I will, because I don't know, this one calls my attention more than the other ones. What do you guys think about the mini palettes? Which one's your favorite? Definitely number 3 for me, I think, but the other two I'm just kind of like stay away from me. The next thing in my anti-haul hasn't even really been announced like officially yet, I don't think, but it's the new Pat McGrath concealers. I believe that they've been announced, but like there's no date, no launch date yet. I could be wrong about that. Pat McGrath is another really obnoxiously overpriced brand that I will probably never ever try. I've never tried anything from them. There was a lot of hype over the foundation, and then a lot of people ended up not liking it because it was very low coverage. So I feel like that's gonna be like what we get from Pat McGrath in the concealer. The concealers are gonna be $32, which actually isn't bad considering it's a really high-end brand, and I think the concealer that I use is the same price, to be honest. They're coming out with a lot of complexion products. I believe there's like a powder as well, or something like that. A trend we posted about it, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, like, but I've never tried anything from Pat McGrath, and I don't think that that would be the first thing that I would try from them, to be honest. So definitely stay away from me for now. Like, no, I'm just really not interested. And the last thing in my anti-haul is from Beauty Blender, and there are 2 new beauty blenders, or new-ish, that have been like released lately. One is like the Swirl, what is it called? The Galaxy Swirl, and it's an exclusive to Ulta, and it's also $20. The other one is the color changing one that I believe is also $20, which I don't really like, to be honest. And if I were to include one or the other in my anti-haul, it would be the color changing one. Like, why do I need to know if I'm putting hot or cold water in it? Like, I don't understand the concept, to be honest. Like, I don't get it. So I just stay away from me. Plus, I haven't bought myself a beauty blender in so long. I have found more affordable sponges that are better, to be honest, like the Genuine Co sponges, the microfiber sponges, even the Cloud sponge, literally $5 to $6. Literally such a great sponge for a fraction of the price, literally a fraction of the price of a beauty blender. I bought myself so many beauty blenders in the past. I don't see myself falling for that. The whole color changing thing I feel like is a gimmick. I don't fall for that, so definitely not. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. But yeah, that's it for my anti-haul. Let me know what's on your list of things you're not gonna buy, like stay away from me products. Like, I really want to know what you're like not into at all. And yeah, let's have a conversation in the comments. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.